Hi everyone, it's Darla from crafty.yarn.owl. So today we're going to make this Afghan. That's the edging. And it's so much fun to make. It's so easy. I mean, they look like kind of fancy stitches, but it's easy as pie, and I will teach you. All right, so mine measures around 35 wide by 49 inches and long, and I'll put the centimeters on the screen. The yarn I used is this Hirschner's worsted stripes yarn, and it's a 4-weight, 100% acrylic. There are 340 grams, 12 ounces, 743 yards, 679 meters. It's machine wash and dry. It's made in China. And this colorway right here is neutrals. Now I used two balls and then part of another one. So you would need roughly 2,000 yards to make this blanket. Okay, and the hook size I used is an eye hook of 5.5 millimeter. You can use a bigger size hook if you like, maybe a 6. We need scissors, darning needle, of course, to sew our ends in, and you will need 2 stitch markers. All right, let's do it. You will start your chain with an even number. My chain for my project was 116. Okay, so I'm just going to make a little sample here to show you guys how to do the stitches. And they're very easy. There's single crochets, there's double crochets, there's front post double crochets, there's half double crochet spikes. All right, it's really easy, you guys. All right, so make an even number of chains. Okay, I have my even number, and we're going to go to row 1. Second chain from the hook, we're going to put a single crochet. We will put a single crochet all the way to the end of this row in every chain. And I'll see you at the end of the row. Now I'm at the end of row 1. I've put a single crochet in every stitch. You will have one less stitch than you had in chains. My chain was 116, so I have 115 stitches. Okay, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work around. And then we're going to put a single crochet in every stitch all the way to the end. And we're going to make a total of 4 single crochet rows. So this is the second one, which is row 2. Rows 3 and 4 are also single crochet rows. So I will meet you after we're done row 4. Okay, we've done our 4 rows of single crochets. You will now be on the back of your work. Okay, now we're going to chain 1 and turn. Now in this first stitch, we're going to make a single crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to make a half double, what I'm calling a spike stitch, into the 3rd row down. Okay, here's your stitch. So I count down my holes, 1, 2, 3. So yarn over, go into that 3rd row down, grab your yarn, pull it through, pull up 3 loops nice and high, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that is a half double crochet spike stitch. Then you go into your next stitch and put a single crochet. And this is what we're repeating for this whole row. Yarn over, your next stitch you go down 1, 2, 3 rows into the stitch here, put a half double crochet, pull up your stitches high, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Okay, single crochet in the next stitch, go 3 rows down, with a half double crochet spike. Okay, pull your yarn through, pull up the 3 loops and go through all 3. Okay, your next stitch, single crochet. One more time. When you go to your next stitch, go down to the 3rd row, put your hook through, pull your yarn up. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. All right, I'll see you at the end of this row. I'm at the end of row 5. That's what your row should look like. I've put my last half double crochet spike stitch in. We have 1 stitch left. Gonna go in there with a single crochet. Okay, on to row 6. We're gonna chain 1 and turn. Now this row is going to be single crochets all the way across. So put a single crochet in that first stitch. And when you see these stitches, there's a bar here and there's a bar above it. So your stitch is actually up here. You just turn your work, if you like, to look at it, so or tip your work. You don't go under this one, you're going to go above that one. So right there to make your single crochets. Okay, single crochet in the next. And there's that bar, go above that bar. In there to make your single crochet. There's the next one. Go above that bar, put your single crochet. And I'll see you at the end of this row. We're at the end of row 6 and I put my last single crochet in the very end stitch. Gonna chain 1 and turn. Now row 7, we are going to start off with a single crochet in each of the first 2 stitches. Okay, single crochet, next stitch, single crochet. And now we're going to do a half double crochet that's going to grab the left leg or bar, I'll say leg, left leg of this stitch, the half double spike. So you grab the left one, you grab the right one with a half double, and I'll show you. Yarn over. Okay, go right down around that left leg of that stitch. Go under the right leg of the next stitch. Grab your yarn, pull it behind those legs. Pull up your stitches or your loops nice and high. You'll have 3 on your hook. Grab your yarn and pull through all 3. Okay, go into the next stitch with a single crochet. Okay, yarn over, go into the left leg of this stitch, and in the right, under the right leg of the next stitch, the next leg, the next spike, grab your yarn, pull it under both of those, pull up your 3 loops, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Go your next stitch and put a single crochet. Yarn over, and we're just repeating this. So you've yarned over, go under that left leg, go under the right leg with your hook of the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull it under both legs, pull up your loops nice and high. You have 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Next stitch, single crochet. Okay, let's do that one more time. So yarn over, go under that left leg of that stitch. It looks like a V right now. Go under the left leg, go to the next one, go under the right leg. Grab your yarn, pull it under those 2 legs, Pull up your 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3. So that's the design we're making. Now it looks much different when it's when we go into the next color. Let me show you. Okay, so this is where I started on my Afghan. So you see how the stitches are when we have a different color in the next row. And these are the same color because I'm just making a small sample here. But see that? I absolutely love it. And there's another example. Okay. So yeah, that's how it will look when you use yarn that has long transitions of color. All right, so let's continue on. Okay, we're at the end of row 7. And I've just put my last stitch to grab those 2 legs. There's going to be a leg left here. That one's just going to stand on its own. Okay, you have 2 stitches left. You'll put a single crochet in each stitch. Each of those 2 last stitches. We started with 2 single crochets in the beginning of the row, and we'll end with 2 single crochets. Okay, so let's go on to row 8. Okay, so we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. We're going to put single crochets all the way across this row. Okay, so you're at your back of your work now. Single crochet in the first stitch, and in every stitch afterward until we get to the end of the row. All right, I'll meet you at the end of the row. Now I'm at the end of row 8. Just going to put a single crochet in that very last stitch. We're going to go on to row 9. Now, row 9 is going to be double crochets. All right, so chain 3 and turn your work. Now that chain 3 is going to count as a double crochet. So I'm going to mark it with a stitch marker because so I don't miss it when I come back around to it, because I did that when I was making the Afghan. All right, so I'm going to mark it so I am reminded that it's there. Okay, so it counts as a double crochet, so we'll go into this next stitch and we'll make double crochet, and we're going to do double crochets all the way across. Okay, double crochets all the way across, and we're on the front of our Afghan. Okay, I'll meet you at the end of this row. All right, we're at the end of row 9. So I have one more stitch right at the end. I'm going to put a double crochet in there. Oh, sorry about that stitch marker. And then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and that counts as a double crochet. So again, I'm going to mark that one because I don't want to miss it when I go to the next row. All right, so now this is row 10. Okay, so now we're going to yarn over, and in that, around that next double crochet, not the one we just did, this one here, but the next one, or sorry, not the first one in the row, but the next one, we're going to do a front post double crochet. So yarn over, go behind that post with your hook, grab your yarn, pull behind, grab your yarn, pull through 2 loops, grab your yarn, pull through 2 loops. So that is a front post double crochet. So it pushes your post to the front, although this is the back, but I'm going to show you. what it looks like on the other side when we've done a few. We're going to do these in all the stitches across except for the last stitch in this row. Okay, so yarn over, go behind that double crochet with your hook, grab your yarn, pull it out, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 on your hook. Let's do that again. Yarn over, go behind the next one, grab your yarn, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So let's turn our work to the right side and see what is happening. Okay, so what we're doing is building this little ridge along here, and you can see the contrasting colored yarn there that's going to show through. So this is the front. Here, let me show you this one. Okay, here it is. We have a ridge all the way along here. Okay, and then when your yarn is a different color on the next row, it shows through here like this. All right, let's carry on. Okay, I'll show you again. This is still row 10. So yarn over, go behind that next stitch around the post of it, grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So continue doing that until we get to the last stitch, but don't do that in the last stitch. Okay, I'll see you there. All right, at the end of row 10, we have 2 stitches left. So I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to make a front post double crochet behind that second last one. And now we have that very last one that we marked, that chain 3. So what I'm going to do with that one, take my stitch marker out, and I'm just going to make a double crochet into the top of it. Not a front post, just a double crochet. Okay, so we started off with a double crochet just in this stitch at the beginning, and we're ending with a double crochet, and all the stitches in between are front post double crochets. Okay, now we're going to go on. That is the end of the repeat rows. So that was repeating rows 1 through 10. All right, so now we're going to start over. We're going to chain 1. We're going to make 4 rows of single crochets. Okay, 4 rows of just simple single crochets. Okay, so after the 4 rows of single crochets, then you'll do row 5, which are your half double crochet spike stitches, where you put your spikes into the 3rd row down. And then the next row is single crochets, which is row 6, and row 7 is half double crochets behind your spikes. Okay, the next row is row 8, single crochets. Next row 9 is double crochets. Row 10, front post double crochets. And then you start all over again, 4 rows of single crochets. All right, so continue on, make your Afghan the size that you want, and then I'll see you once mine is almost complete and we'll do a border. Okay, so when you get to the bottom of your Afghan, this is how I'm finishing it off before the border. I did the 4 rows of singles and then my half double spikes and the next half double row, which includes a single crochet row. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make 3 more single crochet rows. All right, I finished the 4 rows of single crochets. Okay, we're on the front of the work, and so I'm just going to, I've got to the corner and I made a single crochet in the corner, and I'm going to make 2 more single crochets to get around that corner. Okay, then I'm going to turn the work. At the end of the single crochet rows, I'm going to put single crochets. And when I get to a double crochet, I'm going to put 2 in there. And I'm going between the loops and not in the holes. And I'm going to be going all the way around the whole blanket, the whole Afghan, with single crochets, first of all. And then I'm going to make a border. In the half double crochets, I think I'm just putting 1 in those stitches. Possibly if 2 will go, then maybe 2. I always lay my product down to see if it's laying down flat, not rippling or pulling too tight. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I've put single crochets all the way around my blanket. Now I'm going to slip stitch into the corner, the first one in the corner here where we have 3. And then I'm going to chain 3, and that will count as a double crochet. And then I'm going to go into that center single crochet in the corner, and I'm going to make 3 double crochets right in that one. And then I'm going to put a double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and I'm going to do all my corners just like I did this one. Okay, see you at the end of this row. All right, so I'm at the end of this double crochet row. So now I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 we had done at the beginning of the row. And I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to turn this around. It's so big for my table because my table's small. But okay, I've turned it around. We're going to be working on the back side of the blanket or the Afghan, and I'm going to put the front post double crochets. Yarn over, go behind that post of the first double crochet, and then just make a double crochet like we did in the body. All right, so yarn over, go behind the post of the next one, grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops. And keep doing that all the way around. Now I'm at the first corner where I have those 3 double crochets in the corner. So I'm going to do a front post around the first one. And then I'm going to do 3 front posts around the middle one. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to do a front post around that next one that's part of that 3 in the corner. And we'll do that at all corners, but I'll meet you at the very last corner. We'll just put front posts around all these stitches, all these double crochets here. Now I've done the front post double crochets. Now I'm at the corner, and we have 3 in the corner. So put a front post double crochet around that first one, and then I'll put 3 around that middle one. Okay, and then the one around the last one. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that first one we did in this row. There, slip stitched. I'm going to chain, staying on the same side of our work, the back of our work. We're going to do half double crochet front posts all the way around. Okay, yarn over, put your hook behind your post, grab your yarn, pull it through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Okay, and again yarn over, go behind your next post, grab your yarn, pull it through, 3. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. All right, we're going to do that all the way around. I've reached the corner and I just wanted to show you what we do in the corner. It's the same as before, except we're going to do half double crochet front posts. Okay, so go on that first one. And then you're in your middle one in the corner, put 3 front post half double crochets around that center one. And then 1 in the next. And then continue on 1 in each one to get to the other corner. And I'll see you at the end of the row. Now here we are at the very end of our Afghan. 1 more stitch to put a half double crochet front post in. Slip stitch in the first one we made. Chain 1. Cut our yarn, sew that end in, and we'll be done. Okay, let me just show you, actually right here, that is our border. So it's like we framed our piece. Enjoy your Afghan. Thank you.